Hello there lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life here. Now if you've played any of Breath of the Wild, you'll no doubt know that the version of Zelda in this game is pretty fantastic to say the least. She certainly had personality before, but it was nearly always very safe and didn't really allow us as fans to empathise with her on a human level. And that's why I'm here today to tell you the 4 reasons why The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Zelda is the best Zelda who ever did Zelda. It was originally a higher number than 4 because it always looks better when it's a higher number, but then I sort of had to condense it down and concise because otherwise it just sort of felt a bit messy. It's the essayist in me. Also, major spoiler warning, we are going to be talking about some really crucial things about the story, so if you don't want spoilers then I'm going to give you a few seconds to jump off the vid before we get stuck into things. Let's go. No, I'm not going to be talking about the crying bit in the trailer, although that was actually quite an emotionally moving scene. I'm talking about her foibles, her flaws, the things that make her a character and not just a polygonal model with voice acting. She spends so long trying to awaken the power that is believed to reside within her by visiting springs, praying almost incessantly, and disregarding her own wants for the good of Hyrule. And quite understandably, she's sick of it. The world expects so much of her, and despite her best efforts, she just can't bring out the power that's in her. She throws everything that she has at this prophecy, and it's just not enough. But she doesn't just brush it off or try and pin it on something else. She blames herself for not being able to provide the power to save Hyrule, and I think that hits a lot of us very close to home. We've all had that level of pressure put on us, maybe not to the same degree as having to save an entire kingdom, but to have that level of expectation put upon us and not being able to fulfill it. It's pretty horrific, and we all go through it. King Rome may well have been a benevolent king when he was alive if his journal that we found in his study is anything to go by, but he's extremely hard on his daughter. She's young, curious, and wants to spend time with the people around her more than fruitlessly praying to gods, but her father is brutal in how he makes her continue her training. And in the end, is it listening to her father and chatting with deities that awakens her power? No. She achieves it herself, not through prayer or anything her father instructed, but by devoting herself to protecting Link and her understanding of the Guardians, a practice her father outwardly forbade. Also, can we talk about that whole Guardian thing? She holds up a hand, just like that, and all the Guardians just sort of go, pew. If you've fought one of these, you know that these bastards can be tough as nails. Yeah, you can just shoot an ancient arrow in their eye, but them's expensive misses, gotta save them for a rainy day. And Zelda's able to disable about a dozen of them using the same motion that we can only use to grab things from a high shelf or hail a taxi. What's more, Link then dies, and it's Zelda's responsibility to save his life. Damsel in distress, she is not. And speaking of which... she fights off Calamity Ganon for 100 bloody years. She isn't captured and held against her will. She went up to Ganon and held him down, matched equally in strength, Triforce for Triforce. 100 years! I get bored after 10 minutes of waiting for a bus. Zelda, this young woman whom recently was being told off by her father like a child, is equally as powerful as the greatest evil to ever face Hyrule. She can't defeat Ganon, and Ganon can't defeat her. The only thing that can is the Triforce of Wisdom and the Triforce of Courage together. Zelda is just as powerful as Link, arguably even more so, as if my playthrough's anything to go by, that bloke dies all the bloody time. We've seen great portrayals of Zelda in the past, particularly in Skyward Sword, but none have ever been quite as strong, powerful, devoted, and just downright human as the one that faced Calamity Ganon. But what do you think? Do you think this Zelda's the best, or do you have more of a fondness for a pixelated princess? Let us know down there in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you write a big, long, gushy essay disguised as a video about that subscribe button, and be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.